American author William Arthur Ward said, quote, "Teaching is more than imparting knowledge. It is inspiring change. Learning is more than absorbing facts. It is acquiring understanding." End quote. Those are wise words, and they seem to resonate with our next guest who joins us for Connections. Lynelle Rennis grew up in the Federation in St. Kitts and now resides in Brooklyn, New York. She's an educator who teaches more than what can be found in a book, as you will soon find out. But before we get into that, we take this opportunity to wish Lynelle, I'm going to look right at you for this, very happy birthday. This is your birth week, so we understand that you made this trip back home as part of your celebration. So we're grateful that you were able to join us today for this edition of Good Morning SKN. All right, so let's begin the conversation this way. It's always a joy for us to talk with educators, and so on a personal level, what inspired you to become an educator?
I think my personality, I've always been a person that felt like I had to tell everybody what to do. You line up the dollies and all of that, but I've always worked with adolescents. I haven't had any other job. I don't know how to do anything, never did retail, always worked with teens. From a very early age, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. Like, I was in the classroom at 19, so teaching. So this is something, it's in my blood, it's in my spirit.
Okay. So did anyone mentor you into this position?
Yeah, I've had many mentors.
Okay.
My aunt was an educator. My grandmother was the Sunday school teacher of the church. Growing up, I've met a lot of adults that were like, "Oh, would you work in my daycare center?" So that kind of thing, of course. To where I'm at, probably not, but they started me on that road.
Okay.
They let me know that this is a good thing to do.
Lovely.
All right, so let's talk about the fact that you are the assistant principal of safety and school culture at Brooklyn College Academy High School.
Okay, so I know you've seen the movie Lean on Me with Joe Clark, Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my spirit. So I started off as a teacher, and then became the dean of discipline. You can go many roads with that. You can go many places with that. I'm the dean of, now I'm the assistant principal of safety and school culture. So basically, how can I say that? I provide structure, education, and discipline to my students. I mean, I want them to come and have a safe space to learn. So I'm that person that suspends. I rarely do it, though. I don't have to, because my expectations are high, and I give them immediately. So it's time and place. We're here to learn. So I work it out. It's my job.
I've got to say,
I've been doing it for years.
if I were in your classroom, I would definitely be paying you
Oh,
attention.
yeah, I don't have behavior issues. I don't. Never did. Never did.
There's something about you that makes me not want to get on your back.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The kids know that too. As soon as they meet me, they're like, exactly. I can smell you too.
Love it. So how many students attend this high school? And we understand that while your school is a low-income Brooklyn public school, 100% of the graduates are Black?
So let me explain it to you like this. We have about close to 700. Okay. It's an early college program. So we're affiliated with CUNY, the City University of New York. And what happens is our students come to high school, and while they're there for 9th and 10th, we do the majority of their academics accelerated. 11th and 12th grade, they're in the college campus doing college classes. So our students leave at 18 with 2 years of college for free. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. Yes. So now we're 72% Caribbean. There's other students. We have students from, we have Asian students, we have Hispanic students, but this school, when I stepped into it, I was able to see myself. I've never had that opportunity. Nice. But we do boast a 100% graduation rate. In the city of Brooklyn and actually New York City, that's powerful because that means all of our students graduate when they come to our schools. So that's 100% graduation with all the populations, Black males, Black females, Hispanic males, Hispanic females. That's powerful. I mean, so if I get 160 students in September, 4 years later in June, 160 students are going to graduate. Well, I'm a bit of a bully, but yeah, they're going to graduate.
Well, a good bully.
I'm the bully.
A good bully.
I was going to ask you what accounts for that, because it's quite a record.
We have a serious program, a serious cabinet. It's been 22 years of working with the people I work with. So we've taken our time to find teachers that are invested in our students and have the expectations needed for our students. We have a heavy guidance approach, which basically means is that we have a guidance counselor that meets our students in the 9th grade, and they go with them to the 12th grade. So they know them, they know their families, they know their expectations. There's no slipping up. Like our school is a big, small school, so 700 kids is a lot of kids, but I know every single one of my students. If I don't know them by face because of COVID and the mask, I at least know them by name, and then I know their guidance counselor. That person will know all 160 of her students. So we follow our students around. We stalk them.
All right, you stalk. I like you. Another interesting fact here is that there were uniforms. The students are actually uniformed. That's rare, is it not?
I implemented that. When I first got there, students were like, come in however they felt like. No, time and place. We're not here fashion show. Though, I guess they would want to. We worked on changing the uniform, and that changed everything. That changed the bickering. That changed the nonsense. They wear polo shirts and khakis. There's gray for the 9th grade, black for the 10th grade, as far as the polo shirts. The khakis are all beige. And the kids are fine. Wear whatever sneakers you want, because by that time, we're focusing on academics. Our teachers don't really get into the, oh, you look nice, let's work. Because when you're finished, it's powerful. I have kids who finish college in 2 years because they leave with the 60 credits from us. So that's a powerful thing. Time and place.
You're a very busy lady.
Yes.
Adjunct professor at CUNY, Brooklyn College.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so what happened was my principal emeritus, he retired. I was his first hire. He taught at Brooklyn College and used to invite me in to come into his classes because I'm also the school programmer, so I program my students into classes. And I loved the idea of being a college professor. I told him that. He told the college the same thing. They took my credentials, they vetted me, and I became a professor. I'm adjunct lecturer, adjunct professor, but what I teach is teachers to become administrators. I teach teachers to become administrators. So what that basically means is I teach personnel functions, and I also teach curriculum. I teach them how to be in a leadership role in their building. I've been doing this in a quasi-leadership role for 22 years. So I've been administrative since 2013. So I kind of have my hands in it. So I can kind of explain to them. A lot of times I'm telling them, if this is not for you, if you don't understand that children are supposed to learn, and you need to have a relationship with all three stakeholders. You need to have a relationship with the students, your faculty, and the parents, then the community. But if you're not there, then maybe you need to step back. You just can't be like, oh, I want to be a boss. That can't be it. The ultimate goal is to make sure that all the students in your building are learning and that you're providing these opportunities to your families. So I kind of like it. I love it. I'm going back. My first day, actually, I'll be in St. But I'm going to leave them assignment, but I will definitely be back. This semester, I'm teaching personal functions. Basically, that's the hiring, the firing, the getting to know your staff.
Okay, great.
So, Lynelle, you're making us very proud as a national of the Federation. And now we move on to a major volunteer activity, SmHEARTgirls. First, we're going to watch this clip about your girls and then continue our discussion.
Good morning, SKN. We were looking at that video, and we apologize that you couldn't hear the audio, but we heard it, and we felt the passion. Lynelle, why don't you tell the viewers what was going on in that video?
Oh, that was our day of service. So what I do on that day is I invite all my alumni SmHEARTgirls back, as well as my President's Day SmHEARTgirls. And we then do an activity or a charity activity for the community. And that particular day was a workshop, and after the workshop, we made gift bags. So not really gift bags, but survival bags for homeless women in the women's shelter. So it was about having our girls do like a little like almost like speed dating, but interacting with the alumni girls, getting some information, asking them questions, just trying to understand like what it is to go to college, what it is to be an adult woman, what it is to be a career starting, just to have the path that they're going to take. That was kind of that day.
So I realize you mix smart with heart. Can you expound on that for us?
So Smart Girls is sisters helping each other attain respect and triumph. It's about young women working together to help the other person do well as well. So often we have young girls that like tear each other down, have judgment, are negative. No, we're not going to do that. Our time and place is that we're going to come together and you're going to help your sister. I tell people that smart girls, there are 3 different types of smart girls. There's girls that live it. That means they're already like that. Parents gave it all the information and things they need. They can exude it. Then you have girls that want it. They're looking at it and they're like, oh, I want to be like that. I want to be, a good, wholesome person. And then you got girls that need it. Yes. And sometimes you got to tap that girl on the shoulder and say, come on, it's going to be all right. So that's kind of like where we are with Smart Girls. And that's sisters working together to help each other attain success.
All right, so apparently we have that clip prepared. I'm glad I didn't ask you any more about it. So viewers, here we go.
The best of me, I try to give to my daughter. The best of me, I try to give to young women. Why? Because if we don't, you are combated with so many different messages of negativity and hate and shame. If no one gives you something that when you hear that negative comment or statement and tell you something, how do you fight it back? I'm a strong woman, and I'm going to teach any woman around me to be a strong woman. My students mean a lot to me. I don't take no for an answer, and I won't. It may take me a little longer than everybody else, but I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to shine when I do it. I sprinkle glitter on everybody.
First of all, if someone is not getting paid to do something and they're doing it, it's passionate.
She was the queen of tough love.
She took on the role of being a big sister, for lack of a better term.
I appreciate Rennis so much. I'm sure she knows, and sometimes we don't articulate it as frequently as we should, but she played a major part in me coming into a woman.
Smart Girls was just an organization here to help us and to open our eyes to the things that we needed to see at this age. It's so easy to fall off. It's so easy to take the wrong path. It's so easy to meet the wrong friends, be around the wrong people. But through Smart Girls, it gave you a circle of people who would motivate you, who would support you for years to come. It gave you a place where you could be yourself and learn to love yourself.
Everything I've ever wanted, I'm giving it to girls. So the truth. You love yourself at all times. Nothing anyone can say is going to knock you down. You kind of I heard that. They just a hater.
I love the big personalities.
Oh, I heard that. They're just a hater. I love that. I want to steal that. I love that. And that's what the Smart Girls say about you, right?
Of course,
Wow.
The words that, one of the big things about Smart Girls is having a voice. When it's all said and done, being able to articulate and say exactly what you feel, what you're going through. So many times people get negative words. Social media, the regular media, and there's different things that come at you and they tell you how you're supposed to be or what you are. When you hear those words, you have to determine who you are yourself. You can't let someone else dictate who you're going to be. So that's kind of what it is. They're a hater.
So how do you...
Sorry. No. All I was going to say is that I love the confidence that you exude. I can see that you are a model for these young girls. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm sure you're inspiring so many others right now.
I hope so.
So how do you feel when you hear these good things being said about you?
I got to give that to God. He put that in me.
Oh, good stuff.
I'm from good stock, so of course I have to take what I have and what I've received from the different places I've gotten it and make sure I put into girls. Some things I feel like I didn't get, but I learned it myself, and I'm going to put that into girls. I have a little girl outside, and for me, it's like she has to have this. I can't have the world tear her up. I need her to be a powerful and independent and spontaneous thinker, okay, let me think about how should I handle this. And the only way you can have that is by speaking into them. And when I say speaking into their spirits and telling them positive things. so that when someone comes at them, they can regurgitate it. They can give it back. They can say what they need, and also help a friend. Like I told you, it's always about tapping that friend. So that's what I wanted.
You're speaking life into these girls.
Correct.
Well, I understand that you know, the guys got jealous. That's what I'm getting. The guys got jealous. The Smart Girls is about the girls.
Yes.
So we understand they started their own organization at Brooklyn College Academy.
Yes,
It's called SWAG.
Now, can I tell you, unfortunately, right now that's defunct. And when I say that is because it's really hard to find, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to bash, but it's really hard to find a counterpart, a male counterpart that will dedicate the time continuously and not be compensated for it. Not that it can't be. With time, someone can find funding and we can then pay someone. But it's really hard to find that person. And I've tried several times. I had a friend of mine named Penny that for 7 years, he was with us. And he came from Connecticut and worked with my boys. He brought in his lodge members. He was a really good guy. But then life comes around. Responsibilities come around. I'm working on something this year. I have somebody in mind. I'm going to beg them to start another male group. I probably won't be called SWAG, but the idea, we'll work on that.
I have to say, I love what the name represents, though.
Yes.
Sophisticated, well-articulated gentlemen's group.
Of course, I have intellectuals. My boys, they have to. My boys, I mean, I can't have, intellectual women and then have boys that don't meet that same standard, if not even excel. But the idea is when you're around me, you know I'm not going to take nonsense. So if I'm asking the boys to be a part of something, they know they're going to have to carry themselves a certain way. Same way my girls. And they know not to let me find out. They know not to let me find out.
So before you go, I have to ask you this. How do you manage to maintain your connection with St. Kitts and Nevis?
Okay, so my mom is from St. Kitts. I was here for 9, 10, 11, and 12. I went to school, went to Convent High School. I have family here. My aunt lives here.
Okay.
My godfather lives here. A couple of my godfathers live here. I'm always online searching you. I know everything about St. Kitts right now. I'm online. I know everything about you. So I'm there. But and when I'm in America, when people ask me where I'm from, I say St. Kitts. A lot of people don't know about us, but please know when I'm finished this week, they're gonna know.
And we appreciate
It's my spirit. It's my blood.
Yeah.